Hey, welcome to another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Today we're down at the Gomez Peak picnic area preparing for a field trip tomorrow from G.W. Stout Elementary School here in Silver City. But before the group comes, we're going to go do a little scouting hike, see what we can find, and let you know as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining us. The oaks here look a lot different than we have up in Cedar Crest at the center. Michael, any thoughts on why that is or what type of oaks these are?
Well, it's a lot different environment. I think it's drier. It's not quite as high. And the oaks here are a lot more variety. I think we have almost all Gamble and sometimes Sonoran, but down here they've got Wavy, Emery. They've got, they also have Sonoran and Gamble. So there's at least half a dozen varieties down here.
So I just happened upon a great adaptation for seed dispersal here. These are kind of like Velcro on my pants so that I could walk a couple miles away, they fall off, and then that plant can grow in an entirely new area.
We are in Little Walnut picnic area down here in the Gila National Forest. But we came across one of these walls, and you may recognize these walls from one of our earlier videos. These were done by the CCC, probably in the 1930s. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. So we found a little bit of water, and as usual, right around water sources, find a whole bunch of tracks. Probably in this case, coyote. But
we found some galls under these oak leaves, and those are formed by the oak tree. If a wasp or another insect or sometimes even a fungus attaches itself to the leaf, the tree will grow around it to protect itself, and it'll end up protecting the little eggs until they hatch out. So it's kind of helping the wasp even though it doesn't mean to. And here's an even bigger one that has a hole in it, so things might have escaped from there already.
All right, so we found ourselves a collared peccary crossing this little stream. This is it right here. It's a track. You can see the two toes, very small and rounded. Looks like a deer, but very small because they're a lot smaller than any other kind of hoofed animal out here.
We came across something really cool on the trail here. This is something called dog vomit slime mold. Now, that's probably the coolest thing about it is its funny name, but it's one of our most interesting decomposers. Usually grows in shade and likes to ingest things like pine needles and mulch and stuff like that. All right, go ahead.
This is a mountain mahogany tree, and its seeds have a really interesting adaptation to them. They're really fuzzy and soft, as you can see, in a corkscrew shape. And when they get wet, or when they fall to the ground and wait for rain, they get wet and they can kind of corkscrew themselves into the ground, into disturbed soil, to basically plant themselves. Right. Let's try an experiment and see if we can get it to do it for us. Maybe not that time.
All right, so we found a nice scat. It looks like two different animals have passed by here. These small, dark ones are full of seeds. Looks like from a prickly pear. Probably our peccaries who have been eating all around here. We find tracks. But this is from somebody else. This is full of, looks like mostly fur. So I'm pretty sure that that's a coyote based on the size and the composition. Who probably came along and deposited his just to show that he's running this place.
Here's a little butterfly on the trail. Not really sure what kind of butterfly. See if we can get a better. He's not moving because he thinks he's camouflaged, but he's really obviously yellow. Thought he would fly away by now. We have a really cool situation happening here This tall straight tree is a ponderosa, but it is completely encircled by this oak tree, and it's grown completely around. Let's see if I can move without falling, staring into the sun. You can see how much that oak tree has encircled that ponderosa. Well, here comes the bus, and that's our cue to get to work. Thanks for joining us on another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip, and we'll catch you on the next one.